Hey, I'm back. Earlier today, I told you I was coming back and we were going to begin the process of speaking on you getting ready for 2026. Now, I'm a business strategist and I love, love, love talking and ushering you into the business arena. Okay. So I have an event this evening I'm getting ready to go to, and we're going to make this quick. Okay. And so we're going to begin talking about how I think you should position yourself to get ready for any opportunity that your skill set, your talents, and anything out here that you possess can help you to be a greater, a more impactful, a more, you know, 10x person that you were in 2025. Because I know you were working on yourself. I know you were doing things that just you just wanted a whole new you, and you've begun the process, so give yourself a hand. But now it's time to really, really dig deep, dive deep, dig deep, and develop some deep, deep goals for you to in 2026. Don't sit on the sidelines and stand back and say, hey, I can't do this, because yes, you can. Because like now, everybody is getting ready to get fit into the gym, right? I went hard starting in July of this year. So I wasn't in the mode of the new year and the resolutions and all those things. I went hard in from July into the end of the year. In look, my health is, you know, numbers are decreasing. You know, that's the doctor may be concerned with. I won't get into my health thing here, but I'm healthy. I'm just saying to you is don't wait until all of this New Year's resolution and all of this stuff, and you fall off maybe by February. No, you need to have this mindset from here on out of being a better you and doing things that's going to help you get to your next level. Okay. And so as I have some things written down, so I may look away or whatever, because I don't want to forget anything that I'm going to say to you. And then we'll adjourn this conversation tomorrow. And we're going to do a lot more of this through the rest of the year, because there's no reason why you can't accomplish anything. Like I said to you earlier in a video, you have raw talent, you have raw gifts, you have raw information to give others that you and only you know deep down in your soul and in your spirit, that only you have. And we want to help you position it, package it, and get it out there. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here for you, here to help you to get that entrepreneurship spirit and do something with it. Get that business idea out of you and make it develop it and then work on it. Okay. I'm a drill sergeant over here. I don't play, and I don't let people, one, waste my time, and I don't waste anybody else's time. That's even with this or either my other businesses I have. I just don't do it. And I don't want you to do it because you don't have time. I learned in 2025 when I planned out things and I made an effort to take action, everything landed in place for me. And I spoke those things that I wanted to happen. And I was unapologetically focused on them. And I didn't care what nobody else said. I didn't care what was going on, the chatter or whatever. Forget all of that. I knew my life depended on me getting to my next level. And that's what I did. And that's what you need to do in 2026. So if you are doing it already, I salute you. I give you all the applause in the world, but we don't have time to waste. Okay. Okay. This is an urgency situation right now. Okay. And now, when you are planning out your day, your week, your month, just your goals in general. You must, before you do that, you must know. And let's talk about the business aspect of it. You must have all of the required things that's going to be necessary for your business to run smooth as a business, okay? Because a lot of us, we take it for granted. We listen at everybody. We listen out all these scammers. We look at the shiny object syndrome, the people telling us all of these, showing us all of this shiny object syndrome scenario. And then when you feel like your life is not lining up with them, like instantly, like a microwavable situation, then you want to give up on you. Well, it took them a while to get to where they are. And some of them, they got a picture painted. They've used all kind of strategies just to market to you and make you think that, hey, it's just that easy. No, it's not that easy at the beginning, because you're going to have to, one, shift and change something that you've never done. You're going to have to do, you're going to have a new routine. Your same old you is not going to get you to the new place in life. I'm here to tell you, sorry, sorry, sorry. Newsflash, no, it won't get you there. And another thing is, and if you don't work hard to get the results, you got to take action. And if you don't work hard to get the results, you're going to be right where you are this time coming up into the next year. So you got to put some action to it. I'm just sorry to be a bad bearer of bad news here, but it's really is good news, because if you do what's necessary for you and your ideas and your business and your companies, whether you spend some money to help get somebody to help you do it, or whether you do it yourself, it's going to require you some effort, some time, and it's going to definitely require you some money. So if you are in a la la land state right now, this video is not for you. Not in 2026, okay? Okay, now, so as you're getting, like I said, as you're getting yourself in the mode, in the mood of being an entrepreneur, there are things that need to be in place. You first got to be identified in your mindset, and you've got to do some inner work first. We're not going to get into that inner work, but I'm going to tell you, you have to do some inner work. You can't move forward in this business arena if you don't do the inner work. If you don't have saying, I need motivation, you stop all that. In 2026, I didn't need no motivation to go to the gym every day. I knew that there were some things I wanted to accomplish, and I got my hips up every morning and I went to the gym. Sometimes I was over there twice a day. I didn't post it on social media. I didn't tell anybody. And that's another thing, people. Everybody don't need to know your every move that you're making in 2026. Don't do it. Everyone don't need to they don't need to know every move you're making. Every move you're making. Keep some things quiet. Move in silence. And you get further, because those energy vipers are there to just to deter you. There are some principalities and wickedness, y'all, in high places, and it's ready to destroy you. I understand you say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Oh, God got it. I know he has it. Yes, he does. But he wants you to use common sense too. He wants you to use this here, what he gave you, because everything is not for everybody. All right? Okay. And now, with that being said, once you get you together, you are going to do the things that you need to do. You're not going to play games. You're not going to be manipulative. You're not going to do all this old crazy stuff out here that is unrealistic in business. You're not going to fall for the okie doke. You're not. So personally, get you together. However that looks to you. You be with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know what you need, and you know what you don't need. At least if you don't, please find out. Because what I have learned for myself, until I realized what Sandy liked, what she disliked, what she didn't approve of, and set boundaries, guess what I did? My whole world and my whole life changed, and I stopped being a people pleaser. I stopped worrying about what other people thought about me and the business and the things that I was doing to take myself to the next level. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was tired of being tired. When you get tired of being tired, yes, sir, you do something about it. And so if you have a business idea out here, it's more to it than you getting out here and just doing a business and talking about, watching every YouTube video out here and listening at everybody tell their story, or listening at everybody give you 4 tips to do this, 3 tips to do this, a fast way to get there, and da, 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 da. And you want the quick, fast, and a hurry way, and they sell it to you because they know you're lazy. They know that you're not going to do what you need to do to get things done, and they know they can sell you a pipe dream, boy, and you'll be ready to open your wallet or open your purse, and then you give it to them, and then you don't even get the results that you need. So you got to work on you. Work on that, okay? Work on stop being out here trying to be competitive. Work on out here being comfortable with you. I'm not saying go around here look like a rag doll or looking all tore up from the floor up. I'm not saying that, but you have to be loving you. You have to be secure in you. You have to be. Because if you love you and you do the things for yourself that you need to do, guess what's going to happen? You're going to do everything you need to do in order to make your vision come to life, in order to manifest that vision. You are, because you will be secure in who you are, and you are going to take the necessary steps, not sitting out here worrying about being people pleasers. You're going to do, and you're going to block out all of the noise. You're going to be focused. You're going to be laser focused, and you're not going to be concerned about what is not any of your business. Because there is nothing out here that can keep me away from what I need to be doing. Your opinion of Sandy is not my business. And you should say the same about yourself. Put your name in that space and say no opinion about whatever your name is any of your business. It's none of your business. It's their business. And they're wasting all of their energy into worrying about you or why you out here making it happen. Because I'm gonna tell you, too much negativity is not going to get you anywhere. Now, enough of that being said, but it's more to it than just getting you together. But like I said, once you do all of that, then you're gonna be moving into the right direction, because you're gonna have the confidence, and you're gonna feel secure, and you're gonna be humble too. And that's another thing. You're going to be humble when you know who you are, because you're not out here using up excess energy into foolishness. Okay. All right. I'm just telling you from experience. Just saying. Just saying. All right. Now, one more thing, or a few more things I do want to say before we just kind of we'll pick this up on another day, because like I said, I'm getting ready to go get my praise on tonight. Hey, 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 it's the 2nd of January, and yes, I'm going to get my praise on, because I need to praise him in the midst of it. Yeah, we all went to watch night service, but guess what? I'm going to get my praise on. I need to get my praise on, because and I got a lot of work to do this year, and I want to start out right. So I'm going to get my praise on tonight in a few minutes. And so that's why I'm giving you just a few minutes of my time to help you get started in you. All right. Okay. Now, there are a few things, set up things that I want to tell you about. You need a team. Eventually, you may not start out with a team, but you're going to need a team. You're going to need an assistant. You're going to need somebody in operations. So all of these things you'll probably be doing right now, but you're going to need to do them later. Or I mean, have somebody on your team later, because you're going to be doing mostly things like setting up your business. That's if you chose to work with someone like me, we can work on getting you started out there before you get your team. So if you are just reach out to me. Yeah, just reach out to me, and I will be able to help you get there. Um, you're going to have to be organized. You're going to have to really, really have some systems in place. Let me tell y'all one of the systems I use, and I've shared this with some of my clients, here too. And he has some friends and all things. And my grandson even know I do this. He see me. My children even know I do this thing. I get me some envelopes, and I write them out from whatever the year it is, from the January to December. I just go ahead and do them at one time. And every receipt I get, I put them in there. Each month I get me a Excel spreadsheet. I put I put it out on the Excel spreadsheet. Everything I've purchased, the amount, have a column for what it is, what store it was. Then I put the amount, and then I put the date on there. But I do it for each month of the year. And that way I can keep up. I mean, I know it's electronic ways of doing it or whatever, but sometimes when you just take the time, and then you're doing, let me tell you, you're killing about three or four birds with one stone when you're intellectually, you're getting that, you're actually seeing what you're doing for spending and where your money is going outside of your, your bank statement if you're using your debit card or credit card. And another conversation too, a longer conversation that we can have. But what I'm saying is you're still seeing it again. You're seeing how much you're spending wherever you're spending your money, whether it's in your business or personal. And then two, you're keeping a record of everything. And then also, with your receipts, you can always scan your receipts. You can take a picture of your receipts and email them to yourself. There's all sorts of things you can do. But I want you to start off this year with being more intentional of being organized about your finances and about your money and where they go. Outside of paying your bills, you need to know, what am I doing each month? Where am I spending? Like I said, it can be your personal and it should be your business too as well. So you should have business, if not a business credit card, you should have a business debit card and using that particular card. Well, business right now, some of you may not be able to get a credit card. So we're going to say a debit card. What I would prefer you having a business credit card, but we have to talk about that another day, okay? All right, but I do want you to be organized in that area because the finances is just it's one of those sore spots and it's one of those spots in your world that can cause you to get emotional, and then you get off. You can get discouraged, and it can kind of lead you off the road of your success. I'm telling you, it can do that to you, and I don't want you to start the year off just being. I want you to start off being organized. I want you to start off being calm. I want you to start off being, just at peace with what you have going on. And this is how you can be successful in business in any other area of your life. And then also, knowing your daily task, writing down things, maybe not your whole day, but just writing down two or three things that's very important to you that you need to do for that day, whether it's outside of your work or whether it's including your business or whatever it is. And it can be more than two or three, but I'm just telling you, just at least two or three for the major. And that way you can take control of your day. And that's important too, to be successful in life and in business, taking and being in control of your day, handling your day, that way. Okay. Now, one more, or well, maybe a couple more. I do want to. We're going to touch the surface of that. I want to tell you, and then also making sure that you pick out in your business, we're talking about the business right now. You pick out in your business, how are you going to, you know, launch things? How will you work those out? And it's a science to that too as well. It's a system to that. Getting your things out there. What are you going to do if you decide, whatever business you decide to do, there is layers to that marketing piece. You can't just haphazardly think about that. That's a whole consultation that I can just sit down with you, and it can take us all year, to be honest with you, to get it right. But if you're taking baby steps and you're doing things that is going to lead you, and you're running campaigns and you're doing different things, you're breaking out different, activities that you want to do throughout the year, any kind of themes or whatever it is, there's work involved in all of that. And I know some of you, this stuff can be overwhelming, and it's just not by happenstance that you get out here and you make things happen for your business. You have to be strategic. And like I said, that's what I'm here for. That's all I do. That's it. If you ain't ready for me, don't come my way, because I'm going to have you to really think outside of the box. And I'm going to have you thinking in a way that's going to get you to where you need to be. But you got to do your part. You always have to do your part in whatever you do. If you're working by yourself, you don't have any help. You got to do your part. That's the only way it's going to happen. One more thing I'm going to say to you, and then we're going to wrap this up and we'll talk about this another day. Having technical systems in place, having your systems in place, having things in place so you can be findable, noticeable, and then people can do business with you, and while you can be making money in your sleep too as well, like I do. You can be making money in your sleep, and you have to have those things set up. There's a lot of things that you have to have in place in order to be able. You hear people talk about a lot of times funnel. There's the funnel is packed with, there's a whole lot of things that goes on behind a funnel, but it's achievable. It's not impossible, but you have to here again, you have to know what needs to happen in order for things to be, to be in a positive for you. And so with that being said, we're gonna stop. You have to, like the automations and things like that, but your website or your landing page, all this kind of stuff. A lot of people say you don't need a website now. Certain businesses, yes, you do need a website. It all depends on what you're doing, and it all depends on what information you want to convey to your customers. And so anyway, that is going to be it. And then, oh, definitely don't forget AI is a big help to you, to all of this. AI is not taking things away from you guys. AI is going to enhance how you get there and how fast you get there, and basically too, how creative you get there. So, anyway, I said I was coming back today, and we're going to be talking about this. Sometimes I may just do you a few short videos just to give you some tips and some pointers on things. But if you want to work with me, hey, join the community, go to pushthedream.com, and then you can see how you can work with me. You can set up an appointment with me. If you feel like you can't get there through that way, DM me or send me a message, and we can surely see what happens. And then my consultation is for the month. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I just say as of now, as of January the 2nd, it is still $97. I'm going up this year because more I'm haunting my time, and I'm really very serious about helping you get to the next level this year. If you're not serious, don't come this way. So that way, we're gonna really, really get serious. And so anyway, I don't know how long I'm gonna leave it at 97. So you better, if you want to meet with me, you need to reach out to me. I'm gonna say you better, but you need to reach out to me if you do. Alrighty, we'll see you in the next video, and we're gonna go over some more things about being successful in 2026 and beyond, and helping you to live your dreams, live those visions out, and making sure that you don't take any of this to you with you to the grave. Okay, that's the purpose of it. Alrighty, because we all going there, right? We leaving here. Okay, have a good day. Now I'm going to get my praise on. All right. Happy New Year to you once again. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye bye.